Lawrence Macharia, popularly known as Terence Creative, is arguably one of the best online comedians in Kenya. And like his stage name, the entertainer is indeed creative if his videos on his social media platforms and YouTube channel are anything to go by. His video Wash Wash Business Papa Fred Chemical trended at #1 on YouTube when it was released. In the video, Terence played a Congolese fraudster who uses a certain expensive chemical to print money and cons his victims in the process. Here is the story of Terence Creative. Background: he is the last born in a family of 3 boys. At the age of 9, he lost both his parents. Terence took to the streets and became a street urchin. He did everything street kids do, including sniffing glue. Later, through his brother, he was rescued and found a place to call home at Moli Children's Family. His brother was also at the institution. It was here that he got the chance to study and complete school. He also realized his love for the arts while at Moli's. He performed for the first time while living at the children's home. Career: many know him for his role as a creative on The Churchill Show. In a past interview, the funny man revealed that he did menial jobs like gardening, and at one time he was employed as a watchman to make ends meet. The comedian, who teams up with his wife Chebi on most of his projects. He joined the Kenya National Theatre, where he took various roles in set book plays before he finally joined The Churchill Show. He worked alongside a number of comedians in the show. Terence wrote comic material for some of the biggest names in the industry. In an interview, he recalled how he would accompany some of the comedians to an interview, and in his presence, they would not acknowledge his contribution. When asked how they came up with comic material, they began praising themselves, yet he was the one who came up with the content. In 2018, he landed a show at Radio Africa-owned station Radio Jambo. He was the host of the show Jambo Massa alongside Massa Japani. At the time, Massa was making a comeback on radio after taking a break in 2017, changing course of his career. After working as a creator for a while, he began doing his own comedy skits. He was no longer just behind the scenes. The witty man then proceeded to create content that resonated well with Kenyans, especially women. He then began playing a caretaker, a role he executed perfectly. He got the inspiration for the character from a previous caretaker of their rental house. His latest content on his channel has drawn the attention of thousands of Kenyans. With the wash scam rife in the country, the funny man produced a short film on how the con game is played. The content creator also works with his wife on her YouTube channel, Millie Chebi. He is often the cameraman and also comes up with ideas for the channel. Marriage: the comedian met his wife on The Churchill Show in 2013. Millie had just begun working as a backstage manager while Terence was already an old face at the show. They began dating on and off before finally moving in together. Millie told the monthly magazine that she wasn't sure of the relationship since Terence was coming from another relationship. Before Millie, he was with Sharon Madonna. The two were blessed with 2 daughters. In 2017, with the help of friends, he blocked Kamathi Street and proceeded to propose to Millicent. This was followed by a traditional ceremony, koito, in Millie's home in Rift Valley. The ceremony was filled with food, laughter, and dancing and became the talk of town in the area. They recently revealed on their YouTube channel that Terence was robbed a day before the traditional ceremony, almost jeopardizing the event. Later, he struggled to pay dowry and did not complete payment on the agreed time. Cheating allegations. 2 years later, the couple welcomed their first child together, Mila. The same year, their marriage was hit with a scandal after Terence was accused of cheating on Millie with Anita Soina. The exposed by Edgar Obear created a lot of drama, with Soina accusing Millie of threatening her. The couple made up and Millie forgave her husband, who said he was truly sorry for causing her pain. The two believe marriage is not about perfection and have on numerous occasions shared their journey, both the good and the bad. The father of 3 often credits his wife for standing by him even at his worst. He says Millie has helped to refine him and steer him into the right path, hence making him a better person. Addictions. The YouTuber has often shared his earlier struggles with addiction to gambling and smoking with a view of encouraging others. Terence was a serial gambler who lost millions thanks to this addiction. He said even while he won big at times, he ended up losing it all. He would win 650,000 shillings and want to make it $1 million, win $1 million and want to make it $1.5 million. At times he would stay in a casino past midnight, and on so many occasions Millie had to go looking for him. She said that it reached a point where she'd arrive and everyone would know she was there for her husband. Terence even admitted to using and losing the money they had saved up for both their first car and land on gambling. He even recounts how Millie once gave him rent money only for him to gamble it. He would visit loan sharks and give them a number of things, including his phone. He was later able to quit the habit and has sworn never to work with a betting company in the course of his career. Apart from gambling, he also had a smoking problem. In an interview with Amina Rabber on NTV, he even admitted to smoking marijuana once and slapping his wife while high on the drug. He said smoking even affected their intimacy as a couple, since he would often smell of tobacco, something that annoyed his partner. He was later able to quit.